The other day I had to put all new tires on my car, and it ended up costing about $900 by the time they did all the balancing and the rotating. And they weren't even the highest end tires, but I needed 4 of them, so I had to do it. And about 2 weeks later, my brakes on my car started going out because every time I'd apply the brakes, my car would shake really bad. And I found out I needed new front and back brakes, and that was another $800. So I was at $1,700. My car is getting old. It's a 2011. It has 105,000 miles on it, and that's what starts to happen. And I want to talk about old cars versus new cars, and our old life versus our new life in your morning cup of inspiration. There comes a point when you start to have to put a lot of money into an old car, and it almost becomes too expensive to keep it. You're better off to buy a new car. And when you get that new car, it feels so good, doesn't it? It smells new, it feels new, it runs so well, everything is perfect. And that is something to consider when we think about our lives and think about things that maybe aren't running as well as they should be, maybe some things that we need to change. In the Bible, in Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, it says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland." Do you feel like certain things in your life are in the desert? Maybe it's a relationship that's just been holding you back. You know that maybe the Lord is speaking to you that it's time to drop that anchor and move forward and make a fresh start. Maybe it's a job. Maybe the job has become old and stale, and it's become just so difficult to do your job because of all the politics, or maybe a boss who's just making your life miserable. Maybe it's time to look at something new and see if God is taking you in a new path. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe a friend has just continually let you down, and maybe they're going in a different direction with their life, and they're not a good influence on you, and you feel like they're pulling you down instead of you pulling them up. God is saying it's time for something new. He's going to do something new, something exciting, whether it's a new job, a new relationship, a new friendship. Maybe it's moving. Maybe it's time to sell your house. But whatever it is, God is saying, I'm doing something new. One more time, Isaiah 43:18. "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing." I hope that speaks to you today, and I'll see you soon for another Morning Cup of Inspiration. God bless.